Namaste my fellow strikers, Holy Materia here, back with another Shinobi Striker video. Today we're going to be talking about how to communicate as a random or in solo queue. So let's get right into it. Okay, so one of the big advantages that like 4 stacks have is that they can communicate with each other. Like they're on the mic, and so they can coordinate things. So today let's talk about how we can use the communication wheel if we're playing as solo or like as a random to communicate with our team, to make it a little bit more balanced. Because that's the real goal of this channel, is to bring like more balance to the game, so that it's more fun for everybody. So first, let's get the obvious ones out of the way, the ones that pretty much mean what they say. So for example, gratitude, it just means like really saying thank you to somebody on your team. Like maybe they healed you, or they did something to help you, they stopped you from getting jumped or something. Praised just means like good job to your teammate, something like that. And then also group up also is pretty much just used the way it's used. Like it just means to gather up, group up with me. And then so the greeting is something that people use at the beginning of the match, but it also like just to say hello, it means what it looks like. But people also use that to mean like, hey, did you see what I just did? Like I just did something cool, so look at me, something like that. So it's like praising themselves. So when somebody says praise, they're saying it to their teammate, but when they do the greeting like in the middle of the match, they're kind of like saying, hey, did you see what I just did? That was dope, right? Aid is like the Shinobi Striker I need healing button, basically. So like the bane of every healer's existence, the I need healing spam. But funny enough, in Shinobi Striker, you actually see healers using that the most, to kind of say like, please stop letting me get jumped, or like, hey, I'm getting jumped right now, help me out please, I need help, but back me up. But it also can mean like, I need healing. So if you're a healer and somebody says that, make sure you go to that person to heal them up. Or if you ever see somebody say that, like, you should just draw your attention to whoever the person is that said, I need help, back me up or whatever, because they're probably getting jumped, or they've been getting jumped the whole match, or they need healing at the moment. So yeah, that's like the kind of like the emergency one. So far most of these just kind of mean like what they look like. But and then agree. So we'll talk about agree in a second. It basically means what it looks like, but it's just let's talk about the way we use it after we talk about the other ones. So order, the one that says like, let's go all out. Some people say that at the beginning of the match, so just as a way to like greet people, like, come on, let's do it, to get pumped up or whatever. But during the match, you'll usually see people using this on the more objective based game modes like flag and base. So if somebody's like spamming the order button to you on your team, what they're trying to tell you is to go to the next objective. Like, I've got this. So if you're on a base with somebody else and they're saying, let's go all out, let's go all out, they're saying, okay, I've got this base, you go to the next one, because we don't need 2 people on this base, or however many people are on here. It's just saying like, go, keep going, I got this. Or if you're on the flag and like everybody's defending the flag and somebody's saying like, let's go all out, let's go all out, they're trying to say like, go get the flag, I will defend it, you go get the flag, because we need somebody to go get it. And you can even see this on combat. If like a bunch of people are waiting for the scroll, if somebody says like, they do the order thing, then they're trying to say like, I got the scroll, you go fight and don't let anybody come near me, or something like that. So this one, that's the way people use it in the match, because a lot of times people, especially on base battles, people will group up on a base, and you don't need to do that. If one person's got it, then you should just be going to the next base anyway. So the one person might say this to let you know like, okay, I'm gonna cap this base and I'll defend it, but you guys go ahead. Now the sign one at the bottom, the one that says I'm ready whenever, this one, it means that my ultimate is ready. So I've got my secret technique ready, and then you can respond. If you have yours, then you respond with the same thing and do sign like, yeah, I'm ready whenever too. Or if you don't have yours, you can use the agree button to say like, okay, I acknowledge that you have your ult, but I'm not ready yet. So for newer players, if you don't know, you can see the ult meter below your teammates' health bars. It's like kind of hard to see, and it's not really that noticeable, and it's really hard to pay attention to with so much stuff going on. So people use that sign button to tell them, to let people know like, hey, I got my ult, I'm ready. Like a healer will say like, yeah, if I got feather illusion or something, then be like, oh, I'm ready whenever. So or you could be saying it to your healer, like trying to see if your healer has their feather illusion, or if their defense type has their water prison rosary bondage. it's like something to hold them so that you can use your ult more effectively. So yeah, and then so you can use the agree to say like, okay, I acknowledge it, but I'm not ready, or you can respond with I'm ready whenever, if your ult is also up, so you guys can coordinate attacks, because that's one of the biggest things with what people can do when they're on the mic, is that they can coordinate their ultimates. And if random people use this that way, then they can also coordinate their ults a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video really quick just to talk about how you can communicate as a random, because it's a huge disadvantage going against like 4 stacks, even 3 stacks, when you're in a solo queue. So being able to communicate even a little bit will be a big help towards creating more balance in the game, since the matchmaking at all is often really unbalanced and unfair. So yeah, that's it for this one. Don't forget to Shinobi strike that like button. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody stay safe out there. Peace and love.